Alright, this is Pub Battles Games Marengo, and I started now with the Austrians have their surprise move. First move of the game, turn 0. And this they have done. Now, I'm playing as if we were two players and somebody's blind and you don't know what the other guy's doing. So this is what's here. The French player has no idea if this is the main Melis's core or this is Melis's core. Or this makes no sense to them. And here we have what we assume is O'Reilly's core heading up that way. So now we begin turn 1, and what will the French do? Turn 1 combat. As it turns out, these are actually all the Austrian artillery. The artillery got ahead of the artillery escorts, and Linné launched a surprising counterattack. Alright, for the combat up here, there's only all Linné had was a detachment he sent up to kind of distract these guys. They blew the detachment away. In the center, it was sharp combat. Watrin's division took some damage. The artillery was destroyed. It actually could have retreated. It lasted until the second round, but it would have retreated through these troops, and they didn't want to have them reduced this early in the battle, so the artillery was lost. And in this one, last combat, both the artillery and the lead French block was destroyed. There's still a French division here, or part of a French division here, and now the rest of Melis's force is going to move forward. Let's see what happens in the south. Okay, here, the lead elements of Vogelsang's division were completely wiped out in their initial straight. The block is over here off to the side, and Vogelsang, being spent from the artillery, has elected to retreat rather than try to face another fresh unit. Now this darn Marengo map is so huge I can't get it all in the camera, so the first few turns it's going to look like this, and then I'm going to move the camera back so you can see all the action that's going on down here, which is not much in the beginning of the game. Alright, turn 2. Now O'Reilly is kind of dragging his heels over here, and the French are moving into position to receive. In the center, Victor's corps is taking the brunt of the attack. We just have the only decisive combat here is Ott in the south. Of note this turn, you've got Melis's cavalry here, and the rest of his unit is up here, his corps, and he's here, and he had to be up here far enough to keep these guys in command to attack. And of course, the French just pulled back from that. And he was not able to be in command for these guys to attack, and so the spent French unit got away. Turn 3, more French cavalry. There, now we can get more of the lower portion of the map over here. Turn 3 combat, there is none. Obviously a lot of shooting going along here, but no one's actually coming to blows with a committed attack. The French cavalry is coming on, and interestingly, the HQ that was here is now moving down here. So apparently these guys aren't going to be attacking, and I don't know why he's going that way. At least that's what the French player would be thinking. Alright, turn 4, and now the hills are alive with the sound of combat. All up and down along the line. Here we have a combined arms attack. Infantry backed up by cav. What this means is that if this guy becomes spent, then this will retreat whether or not it needs to, and then the cavalry move forward and attack the spent unit at a bonus. This is exactly what happens. Linné has to retreat, Haddock is spent, and Haddock decides to voluntarily retreat at the end of the first round of combat. Here we have the Consular Guard supporting the French artillery being attacked. The artillery is not able to damage the Austrians, so they fell back. The Guard doesn't want to fall back and become spent, therefore they press forward. Each does 1 damage, the Guard absorbs that, and they stay, because they don't want to become spent. 2 hits on Keim, eliminate him, and there were no damage on Napoleon. It was risky, but it paid off big. Austrian Grenadiers attacking Victor's right flank. The Guard stands stalwart, Victor's flank has to retreat, and now in the center, Victor's center, extreme left. Victor's unit finally collapses, it's absolutely destroyed, although it does, Schellenberg becomes spent in the action. Looks like we have some problems on the French left flank. But guess what? It's turn 5, and Desai comes charging in. Alright, turn 5 has interesting developments. Murat charges these mystery units over here, guess what? They're just detachments. French cavalry taking care of those quickly. Here Victor's able to bring a stunning retreat, a stunning flank attack on the Austrian assault in the center, and here Victor, he just slowly falls back because Desai is coming, and he will fix everything. Here in the center, very intense fighting. 3 damage done to the Austrians, but this was on the fresh grenadiers, and it only makes them retreat. They did destroy one of the spent attackers. Turn 6. Up here, the Austrian light troops are run down by the cavalry. In the center, the Austrian grenadiers absorb 1 damage, but the French are blown out. Notice here, the French have unpacked 2 baggage trains here to make their line hold here. This could cost them the game. It probably will. Turn 7. Wait, 1 more combat. Victor's troops destroy another Austrian unit. Turn 7. Okay, this is intense. First of all, Napoleon uses the charge rule to charge in the movement phase and try to relieve the baggage. So he's attacking the grenadiers from behind. Grenadiers are eliminated. Consular Guard is spent. So close. So close, but I don't think the Austrians are going to be able to connect with the French baggage. Turn 8, last turn of the game. Nope. I finished the combat. The Liechtensteiners had attacked Victor's corps on the extreme left, and they destroyed a block. That puts the French at 5 blocks. The French have lost 5 infantry blocks. The Austrians have lost 4. 5 is the breaking point. Actually, 4 is over 4. At 4, they're okay. The 5th one breaks them. They have 9 infantry blocks total once Desai comes on. So, although it looked like they could hold their bags, the army fell apart. Austrian victory, turn 7 combat phase.